You are looking live from the Academy Sports Show studios, live from Detroit, Michigan. What's up? Happy Monday. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Academy Sports Show, live on the YouTube or on Facebook, depending on your viewing media pleasure. I'm your host, Joel Williams. We are here today on this wonderful Monday evening at 8 o'clock instead of 7. And if you have your alert set on YouTube, if you have your subscribe button clicked and your bell triggered, then you would have gotten the alert that we are starting now instead of starting an hour ago. I'm your host. Of course, we're starting an hour late today, and you can blame me because I was busy being a father because of sound mind, sound body. But that's another story for another day. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Academy Sports Show. We appreciate everybody joining us. If you're joining us from YouTube, if you're joining us from Facebook, make sure you shout us out. Let somebody know that you are watching the Academy Sports Show right now. Tell them to jump in and join in. Also, make sure you say hello. Let us know you're here. Dylan Brown's in the building. He said, "What up? What up?" Oh,
What up, dude?
he's in the building. So let us know that you are here, and we will shout you out as you can see. Make sure you put a comment in and let us know. Say hello. Let the people know you're there, and we appreciate it as always. As I stated before, you can find us on the YouTube, as Dre likes to call it, or on Facebook on our live feeds at Joel Williams or at Andre Douglas. And you want to make sure that you click the subscribe button on YouTube and make sure you trigger that bell. And this week, I don't have to worry about Dre's hand going up and down. Just the bell myself. So make sure you trigger that bell. Make sure you remind yourself that we are here on Monday night, most of the time. Most of the time. So we got a lot to talk about tonight, man. Look, Kobe's in the building. What up, though? Oh, Laker champion here. Man, we got a lot to talk about tonight. Dylan, we are going to get to that topic, man. We're going to get into it. Of course, we open the show every week with Trivia Night. As always, we're going to dive into Trivia Night. We have a trivia question. We'll get into what the meme. We'll also talk a little bit about Joel, do you care? And we have some topics to discuss. Yes, Chiefs and Bills, if you are watching, ended in what some say is a controversial way. And what others say is you should just cut Kadarius Toney. Um, Either way, you're on one side of the bridge or the other. We're going to talk about the ending of that
We're gonna
game,
talk about
and we're going to get into that. Also, the in-season NBA tournament is over. The Lakers are the champs. LeBron won. Michael Jordan 0. For all of you GOAT argument folks, yeah, we'll jump into that as well. We'll share our opinion on that. Plus, a lot to talk about in the NFL. We got update how we feel about our Browns and our Lions and our top five. Man, what does the top five look like this week? Because the Eagles have now been boat raced 2 weeks in a row.
like Eagles, y'all.
We played somebody.
Like Eagles, y'all.
Already losing once to the Eagles and losing to the Niners this season. Plus, is Miami a legit contender now? Because they're the other division leader that nobody talks about. So we're going to share our top five, get into that specifically, talk a little bit. And last but not least, little baseball talk. We don't usually talk baseball, but Shohei Ohtani signs a $700 million contract with the Los Angeles Dodgers. And breaking news, he deferred $680 million of it for another 10 years. We'll share our thoughts on that and so much more. Make sure you put your hellos in the chat. Let us know you're here. We see you watching. And also make sure you share your thoughts. And as always, we don't always talk about this, but I'll let you guys remind you guys of this. If you ever have something to say and you want to get on camera and say it, just let us know. We'll shoot you the link. You can jump in. You can have your say. Whatever you comment or whatever you say live on camera will be held against you for future reference if we have to come back to it. All right. So make sure you share your thoughts. We're looking to hear from you. As you know, this is your sports show's favorite sports show. We love to talk with you, not at you. That being said, y'all, welcome to the stage. The man, the myth, the legend, the new offensive coordinator for 12 Legacy on his way to being a head coach someday at Dre on air. Andre Douglas.
Had big fun, man. Big fun. Let's
What's
not
up,
make
brother?
it about me. Welcome everybody to the show. We appreciate it as always. Thank you so much. What's up, everybody in the chat? Make sure you stick with us throughout the whole show. We're talking about all those things you guys are commenting about. Let's not act like you're gonna watch Monday Night Football tonight. None of these games are actually entertaining. So let's get it. Right now, the only thing I care about is my parlay right now. Let me know if I'm gonna hit, Joel. Ready? Dolphins win. Tyreek gets a touchdown. Tua under 350.
Who they play?
The Titans.
That Tua under 350 is where you're gonna make your money. You had to put that in the parlay for it to be worth it.
Yeah.
Oof. Good luck.
All right.
2 out of 3 for sure, bro. I got a feeling they're gonna torch them though.
Let Ole do it.
Kobe says, "You win.
You win." All right. You in early because you know why? Because it is trivia night. Make sure you guys, like Joe said, make sure you trigger that bell. That way you get a notification every time you go live. That way you can be here right in the beginning, whether it be 7, 7:30, or 8 o'clock, or 8:05. Whatever time we come on, you'll get a notification. That way you're here at the beginning of the show for trivia night. Yes, sir. All right. So right now, the hosts are up 2-1. I got the question for Joel. If you guys got the answer, throw it in the chat before him. But you better be really confident about it because as soon as you answer, that's the answer for the whole chat. Joel, are you ready?
I am ready, sir.
All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7? I thought it was more than 7. Let me count one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. All right. So currently, the old man himself, going down as the greatest coach of all time, Bill Belichick, is chasing Coach Don Shula as the most winningest coach of all time. Currently, in the top 50 of the winningest coaches of all time, there are 8 current coaches in the top 50 of winningest coaches of all time. There are 8 current head coaches in the top 50. Give me 5.
Can I count those? Can I count Belichick?
Yep.
Belichick is 1. And wait, currently coaching?
Currently coaching.
Belichick is 1. Man.
Top 50.
Top 50. Okay, Belichick, McCarthy, Peyton. Top 50, Belichick. Coach.
William, put all 5 in the chat. All 5 in the chat to make it count.
Andy Reid and Coach out there in Seattle. God.
Pat McAfee.
No, Pat. Oh, God. Why am I having a brain fart? You know what I'm talking about.
Brother. Brother. I'm trying to watch the chat and watch you at the same time.
Pete Carroll. Thank you. Those are my 5. Andy
Locked
Reid,
in?
Yeah. Andy Reid, Mike McCarthy, Belichick, Sean Payton.
Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll. No. Take out. I'm gonna give you 6. Mike Tomlin.
I need 5.
Okay, so Andy Reid, Belichick, Tomlin, Carroll, Peyton. There we go.
Lock it in.
Lock those in. 5.
Okay.
Tomlin's been around way too long. He's got to be in the top 50.
All right. Do me a favor. Can you put it in the chat so we know what your William had his?
Oh, that's a good one. That's actually a good list. I did put my list in first, though.
You did.
All right, so let me put my list in. Belichick, Peyton, Reed, Tomlin. I didn't want to call him Pat Carroll.
All right, so right now it's the battle of Peyton and Harbaugh. Let's see the difference between y'all twos, right? Those are the two differences.
And he is correct. Just to be clear, it is Reed with an I.
I got you, bro.
Current coach for the Kansas City Chiefs is the one I was referring to.
All right, inside the top 50 of current head coaches at number 44, Ron Rivera at 101.
You gotta be kidding me.
At 22, John Harbaugh.
I'm gonna lose because of Peyton.
At 21, Sean Payton.
Oh, yes.
At 18, Mike McCarthy.
I had McCarthy in my original list.
At 16, Pete Carroll. At 13, Mike Tomlin. At 4, Andy Reid. And at 3, Bill Belichick.
Boom. Give me one. No John Harbaugh.
No. Let's see where Harbaugh is. Oh no, I said John at 22.
Oh, he's at 22. So we got the same.
Yep, he's at 22.
We got it. We both got it right.
Yep, but you answered first. So y'all both got it right, but you answered first. Outside of the top 50, you got Sean McDermott at 71, Sean McVay at 77.
I almost said him.
Doug Peterson and Kyle Shanahan at 86.
Ooh.
Matt LaFleur and Mike Vrabel at 99.
Gotcha.
Good job, fellas. Good job.
We both got it. Nice job, Will.
Good job. What's up, Leonardo?
What up, Leonardo?
Good job.
Let's put Will's answer up there. Give the man credit.
Yes, sir. Good job.
I got there first.
Again, make sure you trigger that bell. Ding. That way you get a notification every time we go live. So no matter what time we go live, you guys can get the first segment of the show, which is Trivia Night. Right now, we're going to take this into next year. Let's take this dub into next year. Let's keep going. Let's go, hosts. Y'all can't touch us right now. We on the roll. I like it. All right, next up, we got What the Meme. Got 2 memes here that I made myself. Here we go. Rank the MVP candidates. You got Tyreek going for 2K before the season's over with. You got Dak Prescott, who just knocked off 2 of the top 2 seeds in the NFC. And you got Brock Purdy, the starting quarterback of the best team in the NFC so far, the most efficient quarterback in the league. Rank your MVP candidates.
I'm very interested to hear what the chat thinks about this. But right now, I'm going to go with Purdy. Highest QBR in the league right now. His team is the number 1 seed in the league right now. I'm gonna go with Purdy, man. Right? If you take Purdy off that team, I don't even know who their backup is. First of all, their backup is probably projected to be worse than Purdy was projected. Remember, he's Mr. Irrelevant.
Right.
But I'm sorry, we can't take it away from him, although I think many people want to. That team is happening because he's putting the ball where it's supposed to be. He's very accurate. And
Yep.
so, sorry, I got to give this one to Purdy. For me, it's Purdy, then Dak, and then Tyreek.
Oh, no love for the receiver.
Yep, then it's Tyreek. I mean, I see it. A man going for 2,000. They feel like the Golden State Warriors to me, and like not even Golden State Warriors. It's a bad comparison because they did win championship. They feel like like a regular season champ type team. Like I feel like team's going to perform well during the regular season, but I don't know. I don't think they can make a playoff run.
Oh, they won the in-season tournament?
Yeah. Oh man, yes. So I don't know if that's diminishing what he's doing. I mean, what he's doing is unbelievable. He's the dude's something. I mean, you can't cover him. Basically, you just got the only way to win against them from an offensive standpoint to shut them down is basically roll coverage all the way over to him all the time, which is hard to do because he can play the outside and inside. And they just do a good job of getting him open. At the end of the day, though, I'm gonna go Purdy, then Dak, then Tyreek.
All right.
He said it.
Hey, listen, we're gonna get there. Trust and believe. Trust and believe we're gonna get there. I'm gonna give Ty a little more credit, man. I feel like, especially with him not having the best quarterback, everybody understands that Tua is kind of limited in arm strength. So
is that the case, really? Though
I mean that's kind of been the whole knock, right? That's been the knock his whole carear. He can't stay healthy.
Is it still there?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. So I'm gonna put Ty second. I'm gonna put Dak first, though. Okay. I'm gonna put Dak first. I'm gonna put Ty second, and I'm gonna put Purdy third. Now I don't want to eliminate or minimize Purdy's contribution because having a solid quarterback helps. This is basically the same team that had Trey Lance and couldn't do nothing, and then you put in a quarterback that's actually efficient. And now you got the number one seed all over. So Brock Purdy is definitely doing amazing things, but his team is also loaded. So I don't know per se. I'm gonna give it to Dak, especially off these last 2 weeks. The whole thing about Dak is, once you get some actual competition, you kind of shy away from competition. You don't have your best games. You don't show up when the lights are brightest. And he's debunked that so far this season. So I'll give Dak the nod. Cowboys looking like a great 3-level team. And he's running that ship. So I'm going to give it to Dak. I'm going to give it to Ty second because getting 2K before the season's over with, even though we got an extra week now, because when Calvin Johnson did it, it was only 16 weeks. Now we got 17 weeks. But if he hits 2K by 15 weeks, then that's something crazy. So I'm going to give Tyreek number 2 and I give Purdy number 3. What we got?
Interested to see what your top 5 looks like because Leonardo said Tyrell Hill. Since I'm hearing this is last year retire and putting up numbers. Numbers than Purdy and Dak last. I had to retype that one. But Will said, "Who is Tyrell?" He is Tyreek. I'm interested to see your top 5 today. I want to say because last week you did have a strong opinion against the Cowboys, and they had just beat the Seahawks, which I didn't. I'm not sold on the Seahawks either, but it was a nice win at home.
Right.
This win was a little. I mean, this was the week, right? It's them against the Eagles. They had already lost to the Eagles earlier this year. They already lost to the 49ers. Everybody's saying their schedule's weak. So I'm interested to see your top 5 this week because you just gave some love to the starting quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, but you were reluctant to put them high on your list last week. So,
yeah, I mean, out of these 3, right? Out of these 3, if these are the front runners, if you're, like I said, Brock, he's got a lot of weapons all over the place. And is he really going out? I would say he is going out there winning games. I actually give him that more. Give him a little more credit than that. He is going out there and helping them win games. I just think after they just dismantled the Eagles, who was everybody's number one team for the longest, you got to shoot Dak up there. And then with his numbers, even though they've been beating up on bad teams, his numbers suggest MVP numbers.
So do you attribute the dismantling of the Eagles the week prior by San Francisco more about the team than you do Purdy?
Yes.
You're giving Dak a little more credit for beating the Eagles than you are Purdy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would ask you this then. No, never mind. I'm looking at the I'm looking at the schedule for the 49ers. I mean, they blew the Steelers out, they beat the Rams, they beat the Giants, they beat the Cardinals, they blew the Cowboys out. They blew Dak and the Cowboys out. Then they went on that 3-game losing streak. And since then they've gone and beaten the Jaguars, Bucks, blew out the Seahawks, blew out the Eagles, and blew out the Seahawks again. But you think
who's in that 3-game losing streak though? Am I frozen? I'm frozen again.
You're frozen, but
I'm froze, but I can hear.
You still hear you, yeah. They lost to the Browns, Vikings, Bengals.
Yeah, that's a tough loss stretch right there.
Okay. All right. Will says Hill's first as the Dolphin offense would be bad without him being that mid to deep threat. True. The Dolphins are probably not 9-3 without Tyreek for sure.
For sure.
They got boat raced by Buffalo though too.
For sure.
That's interesting too. I don't know. It's actually a pretty good meme and makes it very interesting. Are you going to be able to move to the next slide?
No, can you boot me and I'll bring myself back?
Yep. All right. So there he is. He's gone. Let's see. He's coming back.
I still hear you, so I don't know.
I kicked you out, but you're back in. Now it's just a blank screen. Hey, you're back.
There we go. All right. Make sure you guys comment your rank in the comments, and we'll see how the season goes. Now, remember, 2 weeks ago, Jalen Hurts would have been in this same meme, so some people might come and go as the season goes on. All right. Next up, I saw this one, so I had to throw this in here. Rank these Heisman classes. Apparently, they're doing a 1997 Heisman class documentary. So they put all these Heisman classes up. We got 82, got 88, 97, 05, and 2010.
Yeah. Ooh. 82 was going to be a bit of a stretch for me. Showing my age, I was only 4 years old. However, the other classes from 88 on, I do remember. Man, I'm going to have the best Heisman class out of these. Ranking them, I'm going to go 88 at 1. (2005) at 2, 97 at 3, 2010 at 4. No, 82 at 4 and 2010 at 5. So the number
97 is third on your list?
97 is third on my list, man. That 88 and 2005. Like I put 82 in there out of respect, knowing Herschel Walker, Elway, and Dickerson were superb college athletes and then superior athletes in the NFL. I'm not going to put them last behind Newton, Luck, and Michael James, who I don't even know where he is at this point in time in life. However, that 88 group, man, hey, man, Barry was ridiculous. Like the highlights they showed in the Barry joint was like that's just scratching the tip. That's just scratching the surface as far as him that year. Rodney P. Troy Aikman were out cold in college, man, back then. And then the 05, Reggie Bush and Leonard on the same team. Reggie Bush was a human highlight reel. Vince Young, I hated that they beat USC. I wanted USC to win that game. That's a lot of people argue that the USC Texas game of 2005, aka 2006 Rose Bowl, January 2006 was the best college game ever played.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would go 88, 2005, 97 would be third for me. Then go 82 and then 2010. But Michael James put you guys in last in 2010 because that's just it.
And you're ranking these guys purely off of their collegiate
Yes,
career,
collegiately. Like
not
I
who they
remember,
became.
I'm old enough to remember '88 year, Aikman, Pete, and Sanders. I mean, I think that was probably like a couple years after I started falling in love with it. I probably started falling in love with college football like probably like 85, 86. So I remember Barry in the orange and black.
Okay, because I
Wilson at
mean,
82.
'97. You got a top 5 all-time quarter, a top 5 all-time quarterback, and a top 5 all-time receiver in the same Heisman class.
Yeah, you got 3 Hall of Famers in that Heisman class, but I mean, like I said, it's if you're just going off, I'm just going off of the class like that year. That's what I'm
Okay.
basing this off of, not off of what they became.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's a good criteria. Cool. All right. Well, I'm going 97 first. I'm going 97 first. And then let me get the old fellas in there.
You need
let me
to
sneak
state
in
your
80.
criteria.
Yeah, let me sneak in 82 and 88 just for homage. Because I wasn't born in 82 and I was 2 in 88. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get them what they got. And then I'll throw in 05 and then 2010 because unfortunately Michael James, hey man, what happened?
I did look like Michael James. Where are they now? That's
Man.
like that's how that has to go.
All right. That's funny. Cam Newton's picture is hilarious over here, by the way. All right. And I think it's a 30 for 30 coming out about this class. I think that's why they posted this. So that'll be fun to watch.
Coming out tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. How about you go first this week?
Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Sitting at 8-5, 1 game back of your Detroit Lions in another conference, but for bragging rights. Thank you, Joe Flacco, for showing up. We appreciate you. Cool Joe. We appreciate you showing up, bruh. So happy. Hey, listen, it's hard to win in the NFL, okay? And you can just look at this, this slide right here. You can tell it's hard to win in the NFL. All right. You go into a week, your team is better on paper. You should win. You should beat a team. And we played a Jacksonville team that is fighting for a division lead. Matter of fact, I think they're leading. They might actually be leading the AFC South right now. Okay. Very important game for us. They are. They're 8-5, leading the South. Very important game for playoff positioning. We go in and get the dub. Joe Flacco, 3 touchdowns, 311 yards. I can't remember the last time I had a quarterback that threw over 300 yards. I can't believe I'm excited about Joe Flacco and not about Deshaun Watson.
Me too.
It is. It's hard to win in this league, and we got a dub. It's Victory Monday for the Browns. Happy Victory Monday to all my Browns fans out there. To all my dogs. All right. Cleveland. Great job yesterday. Got the dub. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go.
I didn't do that. I didn't do that to you. I didn't do that to you ever. I didn't do that to you.
I'm the ultimate troll. You're not a troll. I'm a troll.
I didn't do that to you. I was. Oh, Tua fumbled at the goal line. Jesus, Tua. Come on.
So I'm happy about the win. We're 8-5. We own the first wild card spot. It's gonna be hard to get a division out of this. We have a very easy schedule coming up, but I'm not gonna rest on my laurels because it's hard to win in this league. Baltimore's sitting at 10-3 with 2 games back in the loss column. It's gonna be tough. Their schedule's a little trickier than ours. It's gonna be tough. I just want to get in the playoffs and then lose and be happy for getting in the playoffs because that's what you do when you're a team that you know you can't win the Super Bowl, but You're not an 8th seed Detroit Pistons fan who just wants to get into the NBA playoffs just to lose first round 4-0.
A lot of people will be happy to be a AC Detroit Pistons fan right now to 2-22.
I can't help it. I can't help it. The trolling is just in my DNA. I can't help it. But yes, congratulations. Go Browns. Y'all see
Listen, okay, so all full disclosure, I didn't get a chance to watch the full Lions game because I was out picking my team out in Legacy. If you got a 12-year-old who's a freak athlete, holla at your boy. For 707 football. But I did, when I got there, it was 13-10 us. And then by the time I got into the practice, it was 13-13. And by the time I got out, it was like Lions lost. I said, geez. I watched the game back over on YouTube, and it was just it's just really disappointing. You lose another game to a team that you should have beat. I hark back to the Thanksgiving game. Should have beat them. Now you come to this game. Should have beat them. I mean, you showed up against in the first half against the Saints, right? Like these last 4 weeks or so, it's like barely beat the Saints because your defense is trash. Barely got past the Bears the week before Thanksgiving because your defense is trash. Your defense was trash against Jordan Love. And now you come here, your defense is trash on the road against the Bears. What's supposed to travel? Defense and your run game. Neither one of those things showed up in this game. Jared Goff played horrid. J-Mo only got 1 target. Like, come on. Like, you got to give your dogs the ball. Where's the pressure from the defense? Williams said it best. It's a worst time ever to have a slide. Now you got the Vikings and the Packers looking up at us, thinking that they can come and get us sitting at 6-6. Packers playing tonight can get within 1 game of us. It is bad right now. Or 2 games, I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's think bad right now. You're 9-4. The Vikings are 7-6, and the Packers are 6-6.
That is bad. It's bad, especially if you got 2 games against the Vikings coming up at the end of the season. You still got Dallas at the end of the season at Dallas. It's not looking good. We was in a position a couple weeks ago to try to take the number 1 seed. Now we're just looking to hold on. You understand me? We're looking to hold on. So hopefully they can figure out a way to turn around. Ask me how. I don't know. Roster is currently constructed. I don't know. You can wait for the injured players to come back. Now, is it when Gardner comes back from the safety spot from his separated shoulder, will he infuse some kind of dog into this defense? Don't know. I don't know. I hope so. When the DN from last year, who had like 7 sacks in 7 games, when he comes back off of injury, when he gets infused in his defensive line, does he help his defense? I don't know. Hopefully so. Irvin got hurt last game. I don't believe he played this game. But it's no big significant piece coming to bail us out. Just know that. So it's got to be us. And right now, us ain't been good enough for the last 4-5 weeks. So, happy to make the playoffs? Sure. But that Super Bowl that we was talking about, that Vegas run that we was talking about, is looking slimmer and slimmer. Because you telling me this team going against the 49ers, we got a chance? I wouldn't say so. This team going against Dallas in the playoffs? I wouldn't say so. This team going against the Eagles in the playoffs? I wouldn't say so. Right now, we're slated to play the Vikings in the wild card. Could we beat the Vikings? I would hope so, but these next 2 games going to show – these next 2 games against them is going to show us. So, to go from here to having the utmost confidence when we were sitting at, 8-2 or something like that, to now 9-4 is great. But the flaws are huge. The flaws are very open, and people are picking us apart defensively. Every picture that I went to go find for this Detroit thing, every picture underneath every caption that said, "Fire Aaron Glenn." The Detroit fans are saying, "Fire this man," because the defense has not performed. Has the defense got better since last year? Of course. But you went out and bought a secondary. Most of them got hurt. I understand. You drafted a defensive line. Some of them got hurt. I understand. And then you drafted some linebackers, and they haven't panned out. Is that Aaron Glenn's fault? I don't know. But is there a need for a shakeup? Listen, I wouldn't bat one eye if he got fired one way or another. So at this point, it's cross your fingers and hope internally that they find some testicular fortitude, and finished off this season in the positive notes and where it makes it think like we can compete against the upper echelon of the NFC. That's all I got. Forward down the field is the team. All right. After that, now here we go. Got a great game. So far, this game is sticking because it allows us to cover a lot of different bases, and it gets Joel to get his ranking system out. So first off, Joel, do you care?
Miami just scored on a turnover. Okay. The Lions will win the division, but if we see the Cowboys,
what do you say? Lions will win.
But if it's they'll win the division, but if we see the Cowboys, Eagles, and Niners, we're getting boat raced.
Man. Jack Cummins come around as linebacker, but we should have made a move DTD in before the deadline. Yeah. I mean,
or you could have drafted Carter at your drafting position back. Sorry. I'm sorry. I know. Sorry.
Or we could have had Micah Parsons instead of my man at left tackle. But hey, it just things happen. Things happen. Yeah, I would have loved Jalen Carter, but I'm not mad at Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs is having a great season. Laporta, all those guys are having a good season. Jack Campbell is looking like the outlier right now in this group because he's subpar in coverage, and you don't really hear his name a lot in run coverage and run stopping. So I don't know. Maybe it's just, give him a couple more years, but for right now,
oh man,
it don't look too hot. All right, Joel, do you care that Kadarius Toney was offside?
Oh man, listen, this is a 9, bro. This is a 9. Here's why. I have very selfish reasons why this is a 9. I don't even know how fantasy would have scored this, but I would have got the long catch for Kelsey. And then I don't know what I would have gotten for the lateral.
A touchdown pass?
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't have been a pass because it's not a forward pass.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, for selfish reasons, this is a 9 for me because I would have had the Kelsey points, and I can use it for 6 or 7 points right now. However, I would say this. This is a 9 because how bad can you be listen, cut Kadarius Toney, sir. He was your first round draft pick. He has since dropped every important pass that's ever been thrown to him. And now he lines up off sides. And kudos to the cameraman for NBC last night who kept showing him after he did it. He looked like he was trying to avoid going back in the game at all costs. My man took his helmet off, went to the sideline and took a knee and was done. Like the dumbfounded look on his face. Sir, how can you look inside and think you are lined up properly? I saw the film today on Instagram. I saw it. He did check with the ref. He checked so fast with the ref, though, that I don't think the ref you don't see the ref acknowledge him.
It was quick.
It was very quick. Bro, you're looking at the ball. You're way offsides. And I would actually disagree. This is not an illegal formation because the two ends are actually, their heads are at the thigh of the guard. So they're actually okay there. And so, technically speaking, you only have 4 people in the backfield because Kadarius Toney is clearly on the line, and so is the far side receiver, who is also supposed to be on the line. So the receiver closest to us is off. Kadarius Toney is supposed to get on, and so is the far side receiver. I mean, the far side receiver is actually supposed to be on as well because he's off. If you look where his foot is, it's off of the back hip of the center, which makes him on. So they only have 4 in the backfield. So this is a legal formation, except for he lined up in the neutral zone. My God. Stop with the noise about, oh, the refs always give you a warning. They don't have to give you a warning. That is not true. I've been on the sideline before, standing next to a referee. It is a cordial and courteous thing to do, but they don't have to give you a warning. Sometimes they do say, hey, listen, your guy's lining up off sides, or hey, listen, your tight end's butt is in the backfield, whatever.
Sir, you're a professional football player.
Professional, thank you. He's clearly in the neutral zone.
Back up.
It's a
Be
nod.
a professional.
It's a
Why
nod
is it always you, Kadarius?
Always you, 19. It's always you. Always cut him.
No, you can't cut him.
Hey, man. Cut
That's bold.
He's dropped every important ball that's ever been thrown to him, and now he lines up off sides in the most important play of the game.
All right, that was a 9. I like it. Starting off hot. Joe, do you care about the in-season tournament finale? It's the winners, the Los Angeles Lakers.
Sir, this gets a James Harden. This gets a James Harden. This gets a big fat 0 for me. I do not care. Look at all of you GOAT arguers adding it to the list. Oh, let's put his list up. Let's put his list up. This puts him over the top. Yes. Look, guys, he's done something Michael never did. Let's put his list up. So now he's done this. Okay. Let's talk about this right quick. Let's do this. The 14-9 Los Angeles Lakers just made history? Really, LeBron? Really? The 14-9 Los Angeles Lakers just won the in-season tournament. The first NBA in-season tournament of all time. Yay!
Yes.
This is James Harden 0. James Harden has now gotten he's now become he's now the in-season trophy name for the 0 on the Do You Care list.
Oh.
It's the James Harden Award, and it goes to the Los Angeles Lakers and LeBron James. And let's be clear for you, those of you who are new to the show, I'm a Cleveland native. I'm a LeBron James fan. Followed him since he was in high school. I'm a Cavaliers fan, true and true. I thank him for all he's done for Northeast Ohio. At the same time, he is not the GOAT. Michael Jordan is. And I hate to say that, considering Michael Jordan ruined the NBA playoffs for me one year in Cleveland with the shot over Craig Elo. I remember where I was to this day. This is not history. Stop. Stop it.
Pull your skirt up, B. You showing your age.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I am. They're 14-9, and they won the in-season tournament.
In-season tournament.
What?
In-season tournament.
So this is stupid.
Another MVP, another trophy on the mantle. Let's raise the banner.
Let's go. Come on. I bet you guys never done this before. Pop champagne. Some of you have never done this before. Oh, God. Thank you. Thank you.
Now, come on, William. Come on. You think they cooked up a tournament just how would they know that he was going to win? Come on now. Let's be honest. Now, if Giannis won this, would it still be a 0? If Steph won this, would it still be a 0?
I was raised in the era of the NBA where sometimes things did happen the way they wanted them to happen.
Nah. If Giannis won this, would it still be a 0? Exactly. Exactly.
It's not my argument.
You're hating because LeBron won it. That's all. Both of you, be honest with yourself, William. I can't see your face because you decided to put a profile picture up, but be honest with yourself.
It's not
You're
true.
hating because it's LeBron.
Not.
If Tyrese Halliburton would have won it, then you would have been like, LeBron can't even win an in-season tournament. 0-1 in in-season tournaments. Poor LeBron can't even win this one.
Hey. That comes with being LeBron. Yes. If they had lost to the Pacers, yes, he would have gotten trolled for not winning the against the Pacers. I agree with you there. I'm not going to do that. I wouldn't even use that because I think that's weak. The in-season tournament is stupid. It's dumb. They're 14-9.
The reason why
best team in the West.
The reason why I give you a little respect on your take is because you've been very consistent in hating the in-season tournament. So no matter who won, you would have hated this whole thing regardless.
It would have been a 1 though if anybody else won.
Okay, thank you. All right,
I had to do that, right?
You give me something. I appreciate that.
Yes,
I appreciate that. Thank you for giving me that. There is some bias. Now, William, accept your bias, please. I don't even know you, but I feel it in your comments. You pressed real hard on that L when you pressed LeBron. I felt it.
Listen, Will, you can choose 0. It's just 0 is a special. It's a special. I know the scale is 1 to 10, but zeros get special places. The James Harden zeros, the James Harden, Jason Tatum, like they have the Russell Award. What is it? The Bill Russell MVP Award.
Yeah,
it's the James Harden 0 and the Jason Tatum 1.
Congratulations, LeBron. You did something nobody else ever done.
Oh my God! Don't say that. That's dumb.
Congratulations.
Nobody's ever. Oh God! Don't.
Congratulations.
See, that's why.
You know what? It's just you people who aren't sports savvy. I understand. Other teams, other organizations do in-season tournaments. Overseas baseball, soccer. If you're a soccer fan, they do in-season tournaments a lot.
Yeah, that's where we got it from. This isn't soccer.
So like you get to compete inside a season, and then when your season, like some of you guys don't understand. That's how they're set
up, though. That's how soccer's set up. That's how they've been doing it since the beginning of time.
It's okay. It's okay if you don't understand. Don't penalize because you don't understand. It's okay.
Yeah, I understand, and I'm still penalized. Meanwhile, the Minnesota Timberwolves are the 1 seed in the West. They're 17-4, by the way. And meanwhile, Zion Williamson weighs 287 pounds, and old girl just tweeted again. So Mariah's still tweeting. So let's more things to talk about in the NBA besides the in-season tournament.
All right. On behalf of myself and the Academy Sports Show, congratulations, LeBron. Next up, Joel, do you care that Bronny James played his first NCAA game?
Listen, man, I would be horrible not to give this a 10. I have to realize that, if I want to be respected and listened to, that I have to play this the right way. This is a 10.
Okay. I thought you set it up to ether.
Set it up for the ultimate troll. No, this is a 10 flat out because, 8 to 10 months ago, this kid was laying on a basketball court, maybe dying. So the fact that he's back and he's playing, kudos to him. Thank God that it wasn't that. And so this is a big deal, young fellow, and it's back. And go get your thing. Go do it, bro. Like, go. You're a freshman. You're coming off the bench. So clearly, he's working through the whole, got to earn it piece. And the young man, we've been following him since he first started playing basketball. And so we've seen him grow. And if you've watched him, then you should also, look at this and say, my man, dog, he's high school. So he deserves the accolades and the respect that he's getting. And I hope he shines in college and his game grows. And I hope to see him in the NBA one day. But this is a 10 for me, 100%. No other number. Hell, make it a 100 if you want to, because I mean the medical scares. It was that could have been worse.
Got you. All right, Joel, do you care that this guy won the Heisman Trophy?
Man, as a avid fan of college football, the Heisman was kind of boring to me this year. I'll give this a 4. I give this a 4. I don't. I care because it's the most prestigious award in college sports, but the whole Heisman race to me was kind of womp womp. So this is a 4 for me. No, nothing to see here really. No big deal. I mean,
It was a news and note. Just
yeah,
had to, we would
good
talk about
job,
it every
man.
year.
I like how the next day the repost of like they're cleaning out his locker at Arizona State. He sucks anyway. It's like they tried to drum it up even more, but yeah.
No,
Congratulations, Jaden Daniels. I can't knock it. I hope as someone who hopes that his son one day is at that level to be able to do something special. Can't knock it, but it's a 4 for me.
gotcha. All right, Joel, do you care about the $700 million man?
Yeah.
Show me the money.
Hey man.
I stretched on that one.
Hey man, listen. I'm gonna get this a 7 on behalf of the $700 million that this man just signed for. Basically going from Anaheim to LA. It's a 7 for me for the 700. It's a 10. It becomes a 10 though when you defer 680 million of it until 2034. When he signed this, when I heard about this, I said, "Oh, he got the Bobby Bonilla, who's still getting paid by the New York Mets, by the way." I was like, "Oh, he got the Bobby Bo," but then they say he deferred it. He really got the Bobby. So let me just make $2 million a year.
He deferred 90% of it.
90% of the contract. Like, I can't. Hey man, can't knock a man for his money. This is a vintage baseball contract. This is how they do it in Major League Baseball. There is no revenue sharing. It's the reason why Major League Baseball is always going to be top heavy, the same teams, and it's always a big story when a little team comes along and wins. I hate it as a fan of a small market team, but I love the game. At the end of the day, I'm gonna give him a 7 for the 700 million, but it's a 10 for deferring 680 million to 2034. Bring on the arm injury and the elbow injury.
It's coming.
I can't remember a baseball player that signs a big deal that doesn't get hurt in the next season or two and doesn't ever live up to the contract.
They've all done it. They've all got hurt and they've all underperformed. Every single one of them.
Except for my man who plays for the Dodgers now, the outfielder, Mookie Betts. He actually has lived up to majority of his contract. But yes, most of the time these guys get injured. So I expect that in the next year or two he's gonna get hurt.
Shohei, Tommy John.
Yeah. It's gonna be a big start. I hate to say that, but this is the equivalent to the Madden cover curse.
Mm-hmm.
Like big you get money. A big contract in Major League Baseball, you're probably getting injured within the next year or two.
680 million
deferred, bro.
Deferred for 10 years.
Yep.
Jeez, he's gonna be the richest man in China. I don't want to be racist. Is it China? Japan? Is he Japanese?
I actually don't know, so I'm not gonna.
Okay.
I don't know.
I would guess he's Japanese then, because China don't play baseball like that. It's the Japanese that play baseball, don't
it? They all play baseball in the Far East. They're all
okay. Good. All right. Well, let me stop. All right. So that was do you care?
They're all pretty good over there. I don't know. Let's be an accurate sports show. And let's find out.
I want to say it's Japan. Japan makes more sense.
Yeah, I mean that sounds right, but I'm gonna go ahead and look it up. SHOHEI. And let's get his yeah, he's Japanese. He was born in Japan.
All right.
He is 29 years old, by the way.
Oof.
So he probably won't even play out this contract. A lot of people don't. Here's the thing that about Shohei. I don't. So a lot of people aren't familiar with this. Besides the fact that this man just made 700 mil, he pitches and he can pitch and he hits.
Right.
All right. So like even on the days he doesn't pitch, he still bats and DHs.
Right.
So that is never happened. It's like most of the time they want you to do one or the other. So the challenge here is, and this year he actually did get hurt towards the end of the season. And so the challenge here is, are they able to actually get him to do one thing and just do that for the rest of his career? Like if he DHs and stops pitching, he can play out the next 10 years because he just hits every day.
Right.
But if he's pitching and hitting, it's going to be interesting to see if he even lasts.
What is his position when he hits? Is he just DHing?
He just DHs. Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, I mean, I see that working for him, especially with the Dodgers. They got a nice rotation, so it's not like they need him. Because you got
I'd say they signed him to pitch, though.
They signed him to pitch primarily.
They definitely signed him to pitch. I mean, they're known for a pitching staff. Kershaw's probably done. They need an ace. They've got some guys. I'm sure they didn't give this man $700 million just to be a DH.
Got you.
The attraction to him is that he can hit and pitch.
Got you. You know, say National League, there's no DH, right? Didn't they add a rule where both leagues get a DH now?
Yeah. There is the DH, the whole National League pitcher hitting thing is gone now. It's DHing all the way.
Yeah, that was a couple years ago.
Yep, it's been about 2 years now. Yep, 2-3 years.
Well, Shohei, he got it. Hey, once his 10 years is done, he's gone. He's gonna go back to Japan.
Yeah, I mean he's got $680 million waiting on him.
Done. I was telling him, hey, listen, we got 10 years in Los Angeles, and then we going back to Japan.
Yep.
With all this American money.
Yep. Will said it. This is another Bobby Bonilla day that will happen. And he put his picture on this profile, just so you know.
Hey, that's
called you out. He called you out.
That's what's up.
Put my picture up.
Hey, give him a bell. I like that.
Yep.
That's what's
there
up.
You go.
That's what's up.
Will Smith went to school with me, U of M, Michigan Gospel Chorale represent.
Let's go. All right. Here we go. Top five. I'm up first. So here we go. Here we go. Last week I had Niners, Ravens, Eagles, Lions, Kansas City. Kansas City has dropped out. And Detroit has dropped out. Bad loss. Bad loss. Tough loss for Kansas City. They was on the bubble anyway. My bubble team, number 6, was the Jaguars. They lost. So that rises the Dolphins up. That Philadelphia loss drops them even further down. And from the ashes, arise the Dallas motherfucking Cowboys.
I was wondering.
So we got San Francisco, Dallas, Baltimore, Dolphins, Eagles. I listen, I wanted to be a homer and still put the Lions in here. I honestly wanted to put the Jags in here too, but that was a bad loss. I think right now we're at a point where we know the clear-cut kind of teams right now, just how you want to finagle them and put them up there. So this is what I got for this week. Close win by Baltimore this week. Dallas with a good statement win against Philadelphia. San Francisco being San Francisco. And Miami has a chance to go up against the Titans this week and put another dub on. Again, I think Miami's next couple weeks of schedule will prove if Miami is really a contender. But for right now, just put them up there because everybody else lost. Kansas City lost. Detroit lost. Jacksonville lost. So Miami got a chance to move up. So we'll see how that goes. I think Miami plays the 49ers.
Ooh-wee. Miami
I-
got Titans today. Jets. They got home for the Jets, home for the Cowboys, at Baltimore, home with the Bills.
yeah,
They got a doozy.
yeah. The last half of their schedules will prove if Miami is really that team in the AFC. So we'll expect to see some changes around there. Philly, I think they got another tough game coming up soon. So yeah, we got some games coming up, and this might move around a little bit, but I feel solid in it for today.
Yeah, Philly's got the easiest schedule remaining out of the NFC teams.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Philly goes at Seahawks, home Giants, home Cardinals, at Giants.
Okay, yeah, finish strong.
Yeah, they got a easier road. So that number one seed is definitely still up for grabs in the NFC. You're gonna end up you got two teams sitting at 10-3 with three teams sitting at 10-3 with San Francisco being San Francisco owning the tiebreaker.
All right. And then I believe, sir, we have the same 5.
Same 5, man. My Cowboys. My Cowboys not. The Cowboys were in my top 5 last week. At number 2, as you can see, 49ers had already moved up to number 1 with the shellacking of the Eagles. And so to me, the 49ers won again in impressive fashion, so you can't move them off that number 1 line. Number 2, Cowboys sitting right there. Baltimore with the overtime win with the punt return. And to me, I agree. Your top 3 teams, to me, I think are teams where, as I was thinking about this, we know who San Francisco is, we know who Dallas is, and now I have to admit, I know who Baltimore is. This is a team that I'm going to have to say they just keep winning games.
Yeah.
And
last year, this was a Baltimore team that lost those games.
They lost those games, yeah, for sure.
Or tried to go win those games and didn't win them. Close games, and now they're winning these close games this year.
Yeah. Yep, absolutely. So I'm gonna have to leave them at 3, man. And then I was actually the same thing. I was like, man, 4 and 5 to me is pick 'em. You know, it's like I thought about dropping Philly out, but then the teams behind them lost. Because I thought about dropping them out because they've gotten beaten twice really badly.
Yeah.
In a row.
Yeah.
So I thought about dropping them out for that. But when I think about still the top 5 teams, I feel like I know who San Francisco is, I know who Dallas is, I know who Baltimore is, and I know who Philly is. I'm giving Miami the respect because they're 9-3. They haven't played yet this week. They're playing tonight. They're 9-3. But I look at their schedule, and I'm not super impressed either.
Touchdown, Derrick Henry.
Oh, all right. There goes my fantasy for the week. I've lost. So, at the end of the day, I'm going to give Miami that 4 spot, see what they do with it. And I still have this feeling about Miami. I feel like they're a regular season team. I feel like they're going to make the playoffs. They're going to win the division. And I can see them losing in the wild card game to a wild card team. Just preferably it's not against against the Browns. But yeah. So I think 4 and 5 to me are open slots. I think they're interchangeable as we go. But I feel like San Francisco, Dallas, Baltimore are pretty solid there at the 1, 2, and 3. And those are not spots that will hold serve for the rest of the season because there's a couple games on each one of their schedules where you could argue that they've got a tough go at it. We already told you what San Francisco and Dallas have left. And as far as Baltimore is concerned, they go at Jaguars, at the 49ers.
Yikes.
And then they got home Dolphins.
Yikes.
So that's 3 toughies in a row. So maybe my Browns can still win this division. I don't know. And then they got the Steelers for the last game of the season.
4 playoff teams.
If you've ever seen Steelers Baltimore, that's just always just is what it is.
Yep.
The Steelers don't have a quarterback. Sorry, Leonardo, but can you pick a time?
That's 4 teams that are currently in the playoffs.
Yes, I believe. Well, Yes. No, the Steelers are actually on the outside looking in, I think, because of the loss. Let me see.
Okay.
Let me. I'm just gonna check really quick. Playoff. Oh no, you are correct. Sorry. Right now, it's the top seven that get in. The Steelers are sitting at number 6 because they have the tiebreak over Indianapolis right now.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a tough sled.
Yeah, that's a tough sled to end it. So yep, that's my top 5. Let's see how this shakes out. Put your
Nice. All
top 5 in the chat. Will says for me, he would flip 3 and 4. But really, with Ravens and Dolphins are 3A, 3B. Okay, Ravens and Dolphins on the same line.
right. Yep.
Yeah.
I think both. I mean, as the week's going on, we both had the same knocks on the Ravens and the Dolphins. They ain't really played nobody. So it's just how are they winning these games? Miami put 70 on a Broncos team that is now resurged, and Baltimore destroyed a Lions team that is now digressing. So those are like kind of their statement wins so far against teams that are worth a damn.
Yep.
So yeah, and then with Philly, I'm thinking about matchups too. Right now, Philly's biggest Achilles heel is their defense. They can't stop the run, they can't stop the pass, they can't stop nothing. They couldn't stop the 49ers from doing anything, and they couldn't stop Dallas from doing anything. So you think they match up against Lamar Jackson, are they going to be able to stop him? They match up with Tyreek Hill, are they going to be able to stop him? So
yeah, what's interesting, I mean, Philly, I mean, it's a good point. I think the other thing with Philly, though, is yesterday, I think last week, the 49ers killed them on defense. I thought yesterday their defense actually played well. You just can't have your top 3 guys on your offense turn the ball over. They literally, their top 3 dogs fumbled the ball yesterday.
Very true.
At important moments, Hurts, Devonta, and what's his name,
AJ,
they all fumbled.
Yep.
So I mean, that was a tough part for yesterday. So it's interesting because you wonder, like, yesterday was the offense, and then 2 weeks ago against 49ers, it was the defense. So I don't know. You asked the question yesterday. You said, "Are they for real? Is this is this fool's gold?" I think they're still that good, but are we harping on them when at the same time San Francisco had 3 bad losses in a row, and everybody is saying the sky is falling, right? That's a good football team. Debo has been hurt, but he's back to being healthy. So I don't know. It's gonna be these last 4 weeks are gonna be really
that 3-game losing streak. They didn't have Trent, they didn't have Debo.
Yep.
It was all on Purdy, and it was just too much, I guess. But it was against bad opponents, so that's why it was kind of like the sky is falling.
Yeah, people hated that. Yeah.
So then they had a bye week, able to get healthy and regroup, and now they're back on running on all cylinders.
I see what you did there, Leonardo. Like, we're definitely down. Don't, since our QB1 is down, I'm just gonna present this argument to you that even if your QB1 wasn't down, he's still not.
Should have got Joe Flacco.
Here we go, Brownies. Here we go.
See how I threw that one up for you? Come on, man. Just come on.
Appreciate
it. All right. Any other news and notes that we missed that happened over the week?
This is not a sports note, but if you follow me on Facebook, you saw this, or Instagram, you saw this, man. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy 100th birthday to my great aunt.
Yes,
Aunt B, Beatrice Brown. Happy freaking birthday, man. 100 years. I got a chance to go home and just sit and chill with her and a couple of my other aunts, man. And like the thing I love about my family, in all honesty, is we have so many people in our family, aunties. Unfortunately, we don't not the uncles as well. But we have so many aunties that are like 80, 85, 90. Like, we have a lot of history still living in our family. And so it was the coolest thing. If you follow me on Instagram or on Facebook, you swipe through one of those pictures. There's a picture of us at the at Wasabi at the hibachi place. And it's a picture of my aunt on the right, and then there's other women in that picture. Those are all aunts, and there's that was missing too. That was there. She just wasn't sitting in that space. But that represents like centuries of history. Like if you combine all their ages together. So happy 100th birthday. She's not watching this show. I know my mom might be watching it though. Maybe she'll share it with her or whatever. But I got a chance to sit with her and just chill, man, and sit at her place. And she's I'm not talking 100 years old and like kind of just quiet and old.
Oh yeah, no, our hundreds don't do that.
Yeah, like she's in her right mind.
Yeah,
Like talking. My other auntie was there, and they was getting at it. They was cracking jokes and getting at each other and stuff like. And I was just sitting there, just amazed, man. So yeah, that legacy that Kobe just—that's the word for it, man. That legacy. I was just very proud to be a part of this family. So big shout out, man, to my Aunt B.
dope.
100 years, man. Happy birthday to you. Makes you think about my granddad, her brother. We think about him and my great aunt. I'll be happy 100, man. Got proclamations from the cities. She lived in the same house that her and her husband. They lived in the same house in the same city for years. Got a proclamation, and that was pretty cool. I read the proclamation thanks to my sister-in-law who made me volunteer to read it at her surprise party. So that was cool. So yeah, just super proud, man. So much love, Auntie. It's my great aunt. Happy 100th birthday to you.
Nice. Happy birthday and many more.
Yes, and many more.
Yeah, I remember my big mama, my great was it just two greats, one great? My great grandmother. I don't know. She hit high 90s. I don't know. I don't think she hit 100, but she hit high 90s. Her thing was it's like, Big Mama, how you look so good for your age? Jesus and no fried foods. I remember that. Like yes. The back of my head, bro.
Yes. Oh, my mama said she will share it with her. Yeah.
Nope.
You know what? Cephas called me while I was there. He was like, man, make sure you ask her, like, what was the secret? And I did ask her. I said, Ambi, what's the secret? And she was like, I don't know. I just thank God. I just trust God, and you just do right, and just have faith and just live, And so I thought that was so cool that it wasn't really much to it. Like, what's the secret? But
yep,
man, I'm a part of a family that has a lot of, like I said, just a lot of history and legacy that is still living. So I am praying. I told her, I said, you guys have set the example. Give me another 60 as well, man. Like, thank God I got two parents that are still alive and they're living well. And it's just something that runs in our family. So 100%, man. I just hope that is
nice.
it. Her secret is faith and God. Yep.
Yes. Yep. Something in that sauce. Better go get you some.
All right. He said, I'm gonna do one of them because I need my fried food. Amen to that, brother.
I remember we went to go see Life, the Eddie Murphy movie.
Yeah.
I went to go visit my big mama, and she had a book on her table that said the upper room. I'm just gonna buzz up in that and go the upper room.
That is so cool, man. Yeah, man, like 89 years.
All right.
I got some other pictures I can post, but I took a picture. She has a certificate from her church. It's just she has it in a frame. They gave her, I'll call it a certificate, but it basically said, in honor of her being a member of her church for 89 years.
Damn.
Like, to do something the same consistently for 89 years is a long time. She's 100. So that means since she was 11 years old, she's been going to the same church. And not like I've been in church all my life. So there are some people that have been in the church. Yeah, they're on the roll.
Yeah.
No, she goes.
Yeah. She had them big rolls in the middle of the aisle.
She was there, present.
She had her usher glove.
Right.
Every role in the church.
Yes. Listen to my 85-year-old aunt talk about how she's been elected as the assistant superintendent of the Sunday school, and she's she didn't accept it. The lady just told her she was the super. That was one of the funniest stories I've ever heard. And she was talking about getting her Sunday school lesson together. And I'm thinking, like, man, I got to do better. I got to do better.
I used to hate Sunday school as a kid, bro.
Oh my
We
god.
never went consistently. So they always had the lesson in the book, like they had little books, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'll be coming, and they'd be like, "Well, you don't got a book because you don't be here often enough. So just take this extra one." You'll be having this extra book that ain't filled out, that's brand new. And then you come back 3 months later, he ain't got a book. All right, well, go get that book. It's like, dang, well, I'm always new every time I come here. It's always in the basement.
Oh God. Yes.
The adults go upstairs.
Oh God.
Not to sit with y'all, please. I'll be quiet. I don't want to go down there.
Oh, you just literally brought back memory. That stupid Sunday school book. Oh my, you're so right. There used to be a thing with the Sunday school book. That's hilarious.
Yep.
Woo, that's funny.
Oh. All right. Shout out to the aunties, man. Shout out to all the living legacies, all the patriarchs and matriarchs out there. Shout out to everybody.
For sure.
And then as Joel said, man, I'm starting a new thing that I'm very scared about. So we'll see how that goes.
You can do it, man.
I am the OC of a legacy 7-on-7 football. I'm the coach. I got to go to my tryout and pick my team on Sunday. It was a great experience. Got to meet a bunch of young men that I've never met before. I told Joe this is the first time I got an experience with a bunch of people that's off of me. I didn't know nobody. I wasn't ushered in. I wasn't vouched for. And now it's that, and everything's on my shoulders. So I got a guy that's running DC with me, and we're gonna get this thing in shape. I was nervous at first, but once it started going, the coaching me just came out. So it got better and better as the day went on, and I look forward to it. So if you got a 12-year-old that can ball, let me know. Be honest with yourself.
Hey, notice he didn't say, just coach speak for you. Don't be honest with him. Be honest with yourself.
Be honest with yourself.
As a coach of young people today, that is part of the problem. Is parents not being honest with yourself about your kid.
For sure. And I said it loud today, too. After that first drill, I said, if you're here because they brought you and told you to be here, just go back over there. If you want to hear to make a team, I need maximum effort right now because some of y'all ain't moving like y'all want to be here. So just go over there with them, pack your stuff up, go back, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. If not, let's work. Because you're not here for them. You're here for yourself. To say the things that you actually want to say and not because we paid our money and we get to play. Oh, man, it's so great.
Yes.
Congratulations.
So I'm excited for you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. All right. Well, with that said, any other news and notes?
Nothing.
All right. So I guess next week we will dive further into the college football playoffs and get our thoughts on that because it'll be 1 week removed from that. So a little more football talk from that end. And then we'll see what our top fives looks like. As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, everything Academy Sports Show. Especially make sure you follow us and subscribe on Facebook or YouTube and trigger that bell. That way you get a notification every time we go live. So no matter what time we come on, you'll be here live in living color. Shout out to William, man. Appreciate you commenting throughout the show. Thank you. New listener, new subscriber. And then everybody else who normally is here, Kobe, Leonardo, Moms, we appreciate y'all. And then on another note, I've officially beat Joel in fantasy today. So today is a great day. On behalf of myself, Andre Douglas, Joel Williams.
See y'all next week.